Good morning, YouTube. A little bit early, but decided to take the video outside. Topic for today, we're talking about a very good one: gun control. Gun control only affects law-abiding citizens. Taking away citizens' guns will only take the guns out of the hands of law-abiding people. If you want to get rid of crime, that's not the way to do it. That's actually inviting crime. It's inviting criminals to just unhinge and go, you know. I never understood the point of trying to disarm the citizens until I started looking into it. Now, of course, in a perfect world, you wouldn't need a gun, right? But as we all know, this world is far from. Now, certain political parties in the past around the world have adopted this scheme of gun control, and it didn't work out so well. It really didn't. It never helped the citizens. The only people it helped was the government. It helped the government control its people with an iron fist, you know. I don't want to say the wrong things, so I'm kind of rolling it around in my head a bit. So, if you're the government and you view the citizens as your enemy or a potential threat, you're going to use every tool at your disposal, including attempting to disarm them. However, from a strategic standpoint, a tactical standpoint, you wouldn't really have to worry about that as much. It's, in my opinion, a waste of time and resources. If you want to overcome a larger enemy, one of the best tricks to use, of course, is division and distraction. So now look at the world with that in mind: division and distraction. So I don't care what news company you watch, whether Fox or CNN or CNBC or CBS or whatever you want to watch. There's always an opposing view from both sides. Well, they're wrong because of this, and they're wrong because of that. Blah, 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 blah. Schoolyard bullshit. But for adults. So this creates a division in the people. People choose their sides. And, of course, when you, say, pick a football team, you're going to be opposed to other football teams. That's by design. So those that side with Fox and those that side with CNN usually oppose one another. Sure, there are some that watch both just to, whether it's for entertainment purposes or whatever. So there's your division, not to mention all the politically charged and fueled, we'll call them incidents and events that happened in the last several years. Further divides the people. Your BLM things and all the limp-wristed batting for the pink team stuff. That creates more division. Not to mention jacking prices up on automobiles and food and just your usual cost of living creates even more division and stress, which boils over sometimes to riots and violence. Now there's one beautiful tactic used to bring down a large force basically make them turn against each other, in a sense, doing their job for them. So there's your division, and there's your distraction. So, what is the end game on this? Well, if truly the government views us as a threat, every citizen can have a gun, and it wouldn't matter. Because one person with one gun can easily be taken down by two. So, if you're not standing side by side with your neighbors, and your neighbors' neighbors, and your neighbors' neighbors, and so on and so forth, if you're not a group or a team, whatever you want to call it, and you're just a guy protecting his home and his family, then unfortunately you would end up losing. Sure, there's people out there that, like myself, that would think, oh, hey, I'll just bug out, take my kids, take my go pack and roll, scrounge for food, whatever you gotta do. However, eventually that will fail as well, because of the fact that there's only so many places you can go. There's only so much you can scrounge without being sighted. Keep in mind, there's cameras everywhere. There's one in my hand. There's one in your TV. Most newer vehicles, guess what? Yeah, they got a tracking device on those too. So it's kind of hard to move around without them being able to find you. Sure, you can get rid of all that stuff. You can just be solitary. But keep in mind, eventually you will get caught. Remember, there's cameras everywhere. It don't have to be just on your person and in your possessions. You got traffic camera lights. You got traffic light cameras. You got CCTVs on just about every business building. Hell, post offices have them. Even the little country schoolhouses have them. There's cameras everywhere. And remember, why do people install cameras? Under the guise of safety. See how that safety word becomes a weapon if you use it properly? Safety. Same reason why we have seatbelts and airbags. And you get arrested if you don't use them. Seatbelts, unless you actually go in and tear apart an airbag, you got no choice on that one. But, and insurance. You have insurance for what? Safety, right? In case something happens. Okay, well, I'd rather just roll the dice. Nope, you can't. You can't operate a motor vehicle without insurance, and then thanks to Mr. Obama, now you have to have health insurance. If you don't, you get fined. Well, it's just for your safety. Oh, we're taking away all your guns. Why? That's for your safety. Don't worry. From the government, we're here to help. Now, let's theoretically talk about what would happen if, say, the government won. Say they took us over. Say they took our guns. We are all under their thumb. We do as they say. You wouldn't be able to say, no, my body, my choice. I ain't putting that in my body. You wouldn't be able to say, nah, I don't really feel like going in today. You wouldn't be able to say, nah, I don't agree with that. I'm not doing that. Or, you know what? I want to go out and get wasted. I want to go out and eat some nasty food that's bad for me just because it fucking tastes good. Well, guess what? No. It's for your safety. I can't allow you to do that. Now, if you really look at the way homes are in this day and age versus how they were, say, back in the 40s and 50s, you can see a big change. What's the biggest change you see? Well, technology, right? Right. Well, let's start with the TV. Back in the day, you got maybe one, maybe two channels. And it was just decent programming. No swearing, no nudity, no real violence. I mean, think Mayberry, right? Andy Griffith Show, that kind of thing. And then you notice in the 80s, a real uptick in violence took place, as well as bigger, more colorful TVs, all designed to do one thing: to distract and to enthrall. And with the violence and the nudity and the profanity found in these television programs, keep in mind television programming, how about that one? No, I'm not going down the rabbit hole. This is all just observation. So these TV shows became more and more violent, more and more sexual, and more profane, steering people away from what normally used to be viewed as decent, good behavior. So what happened? Why? Well, look at what's happening now. You have pretty much attack on the nuclear family. You have pretty much an attack on good Christian values. In fact, Christianity is being attacked as we speak. You see it all over. Judaism is next. So I hope the Jews don't think they're safe, because they're next. I mean, let's not even talk about Catholics. Catholicism has always been corrupt at its core. It has never been a good religion, in my opinion. Prove me wrong. I mean, look at their elaborate buildings, decorations, millions and millions of dollars. Look at what their staff drives. Look at the clothes they wear. Look at the houses they live in. And look at the money they pull in. You don't think that's corrupt? Considering a man of the cloth is supposed to live humble? There you go. That's my opinions on that. And Judaism, Jewish faith, they've always been swaddled in wealth. But they're inherently pretty decent people. I've met a lot of Jewish people in my time, my travels. They're pretty much decent people. But back on track. This is an attack upon all these faiths and all of these ways of life. That back then you didn't have the amount of violence and crime that we got nowadays. And what do they give you for your efforts? Oh, what am I holding in my hand? What do I have sitting next to my nice TV? Well, there you go. Let's keep you asses planted on the couch. We don't want you out here. No, nothing to see out here. Move along, sir. No. Go back home. Go back home, we'll turn off your internet. Should we talk about cash? How that's dwindling and disappearing? Go figure, my buddy Outdoor Wally, again, I gotta mention him. Smart man, very eyes wide open kind of guy. He talked about it before. Him and I have had long discussions. He'd go to the bank and cash his check. All of a sudden he's getting brand new coins and brand new bills from 2003, 2013. Like, what the hell? Why were these bills not circulated? What year is it now? Right? Where have they been? Or did they just print these off using old templates? I mean, think about it. The theory on that, well, what if we no longer have any gold in our reserves to back our dollar? And it's all just a lie. And they're trying to shift us over to digital. So that way, again, form of control. We don't like what you said. We don't like what you did. You're not buying shit, fella. We just took your account and we flushed it. Oh, you want your money back? Well, take this, do that, sign this, agree to that. You get the picture. I know this is a bit of a long video, but all these topics have been rolling in my head, and it's time to let them out. Nonetheless, I'm on my last lap, finishing up. You gotta do something. Can't stay on the couch, guys. Gotta get up, move around. We're not getting any younger. Gotta take care of yourselves, because Lord knows no one else will. Although, next video we'll talk about the medical profession and how much of a scam that is. They're always there to help, right? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. There's a big snowstorm coming up. That means more than likely I'll be pushing some snow. Not my favorite job in the world, but hey, it is what it is. Someone's got to do it. And on that note, last little tidbit. Wishing something isn't going to happen isn't going to change it. Take the weather, for example. The snow is going to do what the snow is going to do. There's no stopping it. There's no changing it. We can push back mentally all we want, but we don't change it. If it's going to snow, it's going to snow. Best thing to do is just dive in. You know, shit your pants and dive right in and swim, because there's no other way around it. But I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I said, next video, we'll dabble deep into the medical profession, how it began. I'll do some research. We'll dig up the history of it and how it has changed our lives. Now, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Please drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You know, give me suggestions. Let me know what I missed. Let me know I'm an asshole. I don't care. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.